If you just picked up a used DSLR or mirrorless camera like the Sony a6300 or the G7 that you're actually seeing me through right now, and you notice some weird smudges coming out in your video or your photography, what this probably means is that you need to clean your sensor. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know in order to do just that the right way. Hey, what's going on, guys? Seez Santos here, and this channel is all about helping you and inspiring you to create content with whatever means necessary. So if you're interested in learning about technology, gear, or other ways of creating content, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. So today we're going to be doing some much needed cleaning of my camera, my Lumix G7 that you're seeing me through right now, as well as my brother's Sony a6300. Upon closer inspection, this camera has a big old smudge on the sensor, and it shows up in the footage and the photography that's taken from this camera. And on my Lumix G7, for those of you that saw my last video, if you didn't notice, there was like a little shadowy area right around this area, right around my face. That's due to the fact that I had left my camera in a humid environment the other day, and some condensation built up on the sensor. So that needs to be cleaned. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. So just be aware that over time, especially if you buy used cameras, you need to clean the sensor as soon as you get it, or over time you just need to clean your sensor on your camera to make sure it takes the best pictures and video possible. For those of you wondering how to actually see how dirty your sensor actually is, it's pretty simple to do. Take a picture of a LCD display displaying a white image. Bring those images up on your computer and you can actually zoom in and see different spots showing up on the image that showcase just how dirty the sensor is. For those of you that have access to Adobe Lightroom, there's this really cool feature called Show Spots, and this will actually showcase all the little spots and dirt on your images. In this case, since you're taking a picture of a screen, it's going to show all the dirty spots on your sensor. Now, first off, these are the tools that you're going to need in order to clean your camera as well as your sensor. I'm actually using this kit from Allure. I've been using their products for years. Their kit comes with everything you need in order to clean not only the inside of the camera, but as well as the outside. It comes with microfibers, as well as the solution you need to clean the sensor, and of course, the sensor swabs. So all of the resources that I'm mentioning in this video are actually going to be linked down below. There are affiliate links, so I do get a kickback. And thank you guys for those of you who have used these links to support this channel. So first off is to prepare your camera. We're going to go ahead and take off the strap in order to get started, as well as make sure that you have a clean surface like here in front of me. Super clean. I just wiped it down before I started this video because you're going to want to make sure that no dirt or anything from the environment gets on the sensor or the sensor swabs. And obviously the other thing you're going to want to do is make sure you remove your battery. You don't want your camera to accidentally turn on because that actually will create a magnet for the sensor and just attract a bunch of dust. For all my DSL users out there, the next thing you're going to want to do is actually put your camera into service mode, so it will require you to actually keep the battery on. Find the setting depending on what DSLR camera you have. I know in Canon there is a specific clean function where it keeps the mirror down and open, so it allows you to clean the sensor of your camera. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is make sure the outside of the camera is all clean before going ahead and cleaning the sensor. The last thing you want to do is get some dirt that's coming from the outside of the camera that's on the body, get on the swab or get on the sensor, further damaging your sensor or scratching the sensor. All right, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go ahead and remove the lens off of your camera, and you're going to want to use either the supplied air blower, making sure your camera is tilted downwards, spraying the inside, the whole area, all of it, make sure it's in there good, getting any little dirty particle that's on the sensor, we're going to take it off. So we're just going to go ahead and spray. Now if you want to use something that's a little more efficient and also a little more powerful than this, I highly recommend using this N-Dust cleaner. I've used this stuff for years to clean keyboards and all that, but just make sure that when you're using it that you do not tilt it upwards or downwards like this, because what's going to happen is you're going to have some white powder that's actually in this can, and it's going to hit your sensor and it's actually going to make it worse. Now the next step is to get your sensor swab out from its package, spray the solution accordingly. If you do have a swab kit that actually requires the droplets, just make sure you follow the directions carefully. Just place the correct number of drops on the swab. Now this is where you need to be really careful. Make sure you follow these directions carefully. You're going to want to make sure you position the swab at a slight angle, applying an even amount of pressure, not too much pressure, not too little pressure, just enough to clean the surface of the sensor. You're just going to go one way, flip the swab over, and run a pass on the clean side. Depending on how dirty your sensor is, you're probably going to need to do more than one pass. However, these swabs are a one-time use only. Throw them away, grab a new swab, rinse and repeat, until your sensor is as clean as possible. With this camera, it actually took me all the swabs in this kit in order for me to clean it. That's how dirty it was. That's how much of that grease that was on the sensor needed in order for me to remove it fully from the sensor and making sure that's completely clean. I went ahead and used the light from my phone in order to inspect the sensor to see if it's still dirty, if there's still smudges on there. Often you can think it's clean, but then looking at the sensor from a different angle and you'll see it's just a little dirty and it needs another pass. Once your sensor is completely clean, you're good to go ahead and put the lens back on. However, what you're going to want to also do while you're at it, clean your lenses. You'd be surprised how dirty your lenses are. They can be smudged, they can have residue left over from the environment outside. Clean them up, make them look all clean. You do have that cleaning kit that literally comes with everything you need. And finally, if you want to, this is optional, but you can go ahead and take some pictures again, run that same exact test that I mentioned, pull them up on your computer, review them, and you'll see just the difference before and after cleaning your sensor. As you can see, the footage coming from this Lumix G7, no more weird shadowy areas on my eyes anymore. It's all nice and clean. And my brother's A6300 is ready for another adventure. If you come to the end of this video, I truly appreciate you guys for watching. Part of the content creation journey is making sure your gear is ready and it's 100% to go to create content. All the links and resources, as I've said before, are linked down below. The cleaning supplies, all the software I use to render my equipment, it's all linked down there, so take a look at those affiliate links. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a comment down below, and if you have any questions, I respond as often as I can in the comment section. I appreciate you guys so much, and as always, have a great day.